Now, we're live.
Oh, we are live. Good morning, people. We're feeling a little bit better, as you can tell. Voice is still a little rough, but we're here for the wake up show. Hello, Snoopy.
Hi, Snoopy. Good
My
morning.
favorite Irene. We're like I say, we're here to wake and shake her. However, so hello, here's my hand. Ah, the heck with that shake. Hugs. Hugs for Snoopy and hugs for Miss Angela.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a pretty good hugger.
Yeah,
I like hugs.
I got a hug from you.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe better watch out. I like hugs.
Joe doesn't hug. I don't hug very
uh,
much. He's not a touchy feely person.
yeah. But no, everything's great. I'm actually almost looking forward to the show again next year. I had a
Right?
lot of fun up there.
Hi, Peter.
Uh, hello, Peter. Hello, David.
I love it, John. You sound so good. I'm glad that you're feeling better.
Uh, yeah, I'm feeling a whole lot better. A little uh,
Hey,
wanting to
Snoopy,
get
I,
back
I don't really
in.
have many. Mine is
Yeah,
small. Sorry.
wanting to get back into everything. Uh, I gotta get my starting to. I might even do a little bit of enameling this week. I'm not sure.
Yeah, good.
I'm starting to feel like I can do something again.
Oh, good. Good.
Uh, just been kind of trying to avoid any strong smells or anything else
Oh, that's right.
to help heal up.
Well, when you do it, you should make sure you like wear a mask. Don't they have like the like painters and stuff, construction
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
something
I'm
like
gonna
that?
make sure I got my fan turned on and everything. Get new shoes on your Jeep. All right. Yeah, I had to put new shoes on my car when I got back from Tulsa. On the way home, I had one hit a little pothole and had one blowout.
Ugh,
That
new shoes are
about
expensive.
yeah, about halfway back. Oh, I guess I was down around Canton. Uh,
Canton, where's that?
showed uh, they got a
What
big
state?
flea market in Canton, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Uh, it's a little bit over the border. Uh, uh, what half hour north of Tyler or something like that. An hour north of Tyler.
I've never been to Texas.
Yeah, and they got a show in Tyler sometime. I'm not sure when that is. It's generally in August, I think.
Maybe I'll do that.
Mm.
Is that far from you?
It's about an hour and a half.
Oh, that ain't bad.
No.
Yeah.
Uh, and I may go to that one. I don't know. Of course, I'd like to go out to the pool party at MLZB's. Uh, I think it's on the 9th of August. Just, just to show up, but that's a full day's drive.
Right?
It says, oh, excuse me. It says 24 hours, but I know I can make it in 20 because I have before. But that's pretty much straight 20 hours driving.
Wow.
And I've done it. Good morning, Steve. You're
Hey,
up
Steve.
early. Yeah. His monkey may have been bugging him, or at least that's what Meg would say.
Hi, James.
James.
Oh, James, your
morning.
package is going out today. You got a big package coming.
All
There's a lot of
right.
stuff in there.
Packages are always nice.
Yeah. He's been lucky. He's been lucky on my games.
I've got two packages.
Snoopy. I didn't mean it like that.
Well, I just happened to think about it. I got one going out to Gremlin. She's got a bank for poor. I think I got to finish up that and get it ready for her. She doesn't even know what it's going to be.
Right?
Actually,
That's
I think
good.
I'm gonna send her a 2-bank pour instead of a 1-bank pour.
I mean, she is your YouTube daughter. You should.
Yeah. That and actually somehow I think I picked up 2 of those cack slabs.
Yeah.
From the show. I'm gonna send her one of those cack slabs.
Nice.
And a pour. Kind of give her a surprise.
Hopefully she's not listening.
Should probably pop in later, or maybe not. She kind of upset me because I didn't let her know I was sick.
Oh.
But I don't worry people about that much. Heck, I'm a country boy. We just take care of business and keep on going.
Exactly. But sometimes you got to slow down and take care of yourself. Right?
Oh, yeah. I'm one of those like country boys and of course ex-military. We just rub a little dirt on it and keep on going.
Yep.
Like when I tore my knee up in the service, it was because I wouldn't stop. I kept going. I tell a little war story or whatever. Company commander decided we were gonna. I was in a heavy mechanized unit and decided we were going to do an air mobile, which is on helicopters with the ground mounted tow system, anti tank missile system. And a big old boy. Well, I say big old boy from Texas, always strong and hard headed. So I grabbed the traversing unit, which is about an 80-pound piece of equipment. No real way to hold on to it, so I just took a 4-inch cargo strap and strapped it to my chest and headed out. It snowed, so we had snow on the ground. Headed out with it and slipped on the ice. It came down on my knee.
Oh.
I just got up and kept on going. Yeah, I've got 30% on my knee. But like I say, it came down on my knee. I got back up.
Yeah.
Headed off again. Slipped, knee turned the other way, and it come down on the other side of the knee. But I still got back up. About that time, it started snowing again, so they canceled the helicopters. We put the equipment back up, and they need 2 people to do point on a 7-mile recon patrol. Well, my buddy was he volunteered for one of them, so heck, you never leave your buddy behind. So I led point with him. I made 6.5 miles before the knee went out.
Wow.
In about thigh deep snow.
Jeez.
And I finished the recon patrol, but last half mile I took a rear guard.
Yep.
And we got back in. The seen the medic, and he wrapped it up and said, "You've got light duty for 2 days." So they put me on fire guard for the campsite, and that the next morning while I was on fire guard, I was listening to AFN Armed Forces Radio Network. It was the day the space shuttle blew up.
Oh.
I listened to it on the radio, the
Yep.
launch and the explosion.
I watched it in school.
So I'll always remember the day I tore my knee up was the day before.
Right.
And,
Yeah, being a mom, I'm the same way. I can't stop. So.
Oh yeah.
I've never. If I'm hurt, I just keep on going.
Mm-hmm. But that's my one more story.
I'm sure you got many.
Yeah. Well, I do, but that's the one I tell.
Yeah. Right.
But
strong.
I had a lot of fun in the military. Basically well, I worked on that track. I was heavy in armor, but I actually did that probably about 6 months of the time I was in the service. The rest of the time, I either drove Jeep or a deuce and a half truck.
An hour and a half for lunch? That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Snoopy.
Oh, shoot.
Hey, Chubby.
Yeah, like I say, I was in the infantry, and that was always fun. Lunchtime, we taken, like I say, we're infantry, right? The gung ho soldiers. Come over in Germany, come lunchtime, that would have been the time for anybody to have made an attack, because hello, Chappie. Because when it came lunchtime, everybody was up in the barracks in front of the TV. We were all watching Luke and Laura. General Hospital.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Oh,
goodness.
I mean, here you go, a whole, 30 guys, may not have been around one TV, but in each room.
Right.
Everything was on the same channel. We had to find out what Luke and Laura were doing.
That's so funny. I was not at General Hospital. My meme liked Young and the Restless and As the World Turns.
Mm-hmm.
I used to all of a sudden have a stomach ache in school, so I could go home and watch it.
Oh boy.
Mm.
And that was our big thing over in Germany. Of course, on American television, Armed Forces Network. That they had a lot of that for the dependents and whatever, but that's what everybody watched.
Yep.
At night it was always VCRs, but that or at the bar, one or the other.
I think it's funny. Bunch of guys watching General Hospital. Get some water.
Yeah. Oh yeah, still got the cough, but a little bit. Not near as bad since I finally broke down, seen the doctor, and got some pills instead of trying to take care of it myself.
Yeah. I get bronchitis every year.
But
sometimes it's worse than others.
Like I say, we're doing a whole lot better.
Yeah, it's good. It's probably your trip to Tulsa that got you sick.
Yeah. I've actually got something for I gotta send to Snoopy. I just happened to look over and seen. I said, "This has got Snoopy's name on it." I'm gonna see if I can't turn the camera on just a second.
Yeah, let me.
United States Marine Corps, Semper Fi.
Nice.
I'm gonna send it. If Snoopy doesn't mind, I'm gonna send that to her.
You see that, Snoop?
Like I said, we don't do a whole lot of camera showing, whatever. But
no.
This is definitely going to be.
She says, "Oh, nice." Yeah.
All right.
How do I get it? I love it. Thank you, John.
Oh, no problem, Snoopy. She's one of the most generous, kind-hearted people I know.
Yeah, she is. Hey, Seth. Good morning.
One of these days, I'm gonna get around to making more road trips, and I'm gonna do my best to get up and actually meet her in person. I think that would be a great thing, if she wouldn't mind.
Would you mind that, Snoop? Boy.
But like I say, we get around. I try to make 2 or 3 trips a year and to different places just to get out.
Yeah, I'm just finally doing that.
And,
like I never could before, raising all the kids and everything, and now I'm
yeah,
that's it. I want to go places.
Like I say, I grew up as a military brat and moved around a lot and got to go a few places. I just like to go now when I get a chance. Yeah, next time I'm in Ohio, I'm going to have to make arrangements to see Chappie. Maybe do a little metal detecting with him, if I remember to pack my metal detector.
That's where he is, Ohio?
Yeah. I go to Ohio about every 2 to 3 years. I like to go up there, and there's a couple places up there I like to gold prospect. And
nice.
One of them I think is pretty close to Chappie. I'm not sure. I go to what's it around Belleville to the little town called Butler. There's a couple a couple nice creeks there to prospect on. Matter of fact, on one of the trips I made, I stopped by in Kentucky and met up with Kentucky John and Cash Money.
Nice.
1 year.
Well, Ohio's right next to Pennsylvania. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I'm not really good with where stuff is, like states where they're located. I mean, a lot of them, but like those middle ones, like that, I'm not very. Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, I've been gold prospecting there in Ohio several times, and went to Indiana once. Did all right up there.
Yeah.
But I say all right, I figure if I find a gram of gold, which is not a whole lot, if I find a half gram or a gram of gold while I'm out on a trip, hey, I've had fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I know
it may
that.
be,
I'd be excited.
It may be 8 hours of work finding it, but or digging, and then you probably got another 8 hours going through what you've dug and running through, getting all the gold out of the dirt.
I've never done it. So if you go and do it, maybe I'll meet you and you can teach me how to do it. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I've got some friends I talk to online all the time up in New Hampshire that
that's where I am.
Around Bath.
Bath is Maine.
Yeah.
Bath, Maine. Yeah.
Or Maine, yeah. But they also go all up, New Hampshire and Maine. That's where they do their prospecting.
Yeah.
What? I don't know if you've seen them on YouTube or not. If you're not into prospecting, maybe not. But they're called Hip Bee Explorers.
I'm gonna go find them right now. I think you told me before. I might have.
And they're they raise bees and honey, but they also go out camping and prospecting all over Maine and New Hampshire, different creeks. And I'd like to meet those folks sometime.
Well, then you'd be right in where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. You stay with me. I can show you a lot of stuff up here. I love New England. I'm born and raised. I was born and raised in Massachusetts, then moved to Maine, and now I live in New Hampshire. But it's all so close,
Right.
It's beautiful up here. I would never
leave. Of course, you get into those states and you can make 2-3 states in
oh yeah,
an 8-hour trip and see several places.
Me and Joe, when we go off on the motorcycle, we'll we'll go up and we'll go through Maine and then cut through New Hampshire because we're in New Hampshire, whatever, and we'll end up like in Vermont. We can't go in Vermont because you have to have a helmet,
right?
And we don't wear a helmet, so but we're right on the border, and then it's all right. You can see all of them in so little time.
Good morning, Seth. Like I say, got a lot of good people in here already.
Yeah.
I've got to pick up my motorcycle. I've had it over at a friend of my brother's in his shop, and he just redone it. I got a little Yamaha Valkyrie.
Yeah.
And He just redid everything, rebuilt the carburetors, and got it all fixed up. I've got to get it road ready, and then I might put some saddlebags on it and make it my road trip bike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never.
never been prospecting on a motorcycle. Done a whole lot of other things, but I had one. Oh, back in the '80s, I had a little Suzuki 550 LZ. I put a fairing on it, and I used to go fishing on the thing. Everybody else walking out in the field over to a creek or a tank or whatever. They would walk, and I'd take the bike. It was a street bike, but I'd ride it in the
Yeah.
pastures or whatever.
Where was your fishing pole?
Huh? I had
Where
it
was?
strapped to. I had a little short pole, and I'd strap it to the fairing,
Yeah.
just inside the fairing, and I had a little tackle box. I had strapped to the windshield. One of those small ones you
Yeah.
kind of wear around the waist.
Yeah.
You don't need a whole lot of lures or whatever,
No.
and I just do that, and that was my fishing machine.
I don't even like using lures. I like using worms,
Yeah.
crawlers. Yeah.
Like I say, a little tackle box had plastic worms or your hooks in it, and you can get a little box of worms and set that right inside that fairing. You can go anywhere with it.
Yeah.
Had a rack on the back to put a ice chest for your fish and your drinks. You good to go.
Yeah. I haven't been fishing in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
My husband that passed away, we used to go a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think I've gone since he passed, actually. No, I did.
Mm-hmm.
I did one a couple times, yeah. But,
yeah, I worked at the prison worked for those folks for 15 years, and just on 3 different prison farms here in Texas. That
good morning, video game Gooner 58.
hey, video gamer. I've seen him before. I'm trying to remember where.
I like catching a big mouth bass, large
Yeah.
mouth bass.
Oh yeah.
Those are my favorite to
I like
catch.
catching bass. I do a lot. Mostly when I fish, most of the time I just basically catch and release anyhow.
Me too.
I just like to do it just to go fishing for the
Yeah. And I
relaxation.
love it when I catch them just right, like where it doesn't hurt them. They're easy to take
Right.
off. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I hate it when they swallow and you got to put that middle hooky thing down, try and get it out.
Yeah.
I feel so bad.
But that I eat fish. I'd rather go to the restaurant and have somebody else do all the work.
Yep. When we go to camp, if we caught like perch or trout,
Mm-hmm.
then they would eat it. I didn't eat it, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those Billy Bass. They're fun. I like them.
I've never heard of it.
It's kind of a little fish that's mounted on a wall.
Oh,
and
oh, I know what you're talking about.
and
Yeah.
it'll sing songs to you or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
I think they're cute.
It is. Yeah. Those are big, like, what, 10, 15, 20 years ago. They've been out a long time, actually.
Yeah.
Time goes by so fast.
Mm. And, I had one, and then I got the deluxe one that actually had the part on it. You could do your own recording on it and have it say, come up with some
Yeah.
other crazy saying, or uh, somebody walk by and then all of a sudden it turns and say, "Hey, how's it going?"
Yeah.
Oh, they were
Yeah.
fun,
Another week.
especially in the days, like I say, when I worked at the prison, or when I was in the military. That was my drinking days. Uh, Something like that would be a fun thing. Be about half blitzed and walk by, and all of a sudden that thing starts talking to you. You're going, "Whoa!"
I scare easily, so things like that I'd work and I jump. Like, yeah, I get scared very easily.
Oh yeah, that was always fun. But like I say, those are days to remember. Not to. I've done got outgrown all that. I'm days to remember, but not necessarily relive.
Right.
Sometimes you wonder how you lived through it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know how I've done it.
but it would, like I said, you can call them the good old days, or I do. Had all kinds of stuff. So, how was your week?
It was all right. Busy. Busy.
Mm,
Been doing a lot of streams.
yeah,
Yeah.
I seen. I've popped in, and I do a lot of lurking on streams. I popped into several of your later streams.
Yeah, the late night.
Yeah, late night pop up. I'll be doing something, and then I'll finish up what I'm doing, and go over there, click. Hey, she's on.
Yeah.
I'll go over
Hey,
there and lurk. How you doing, Johnson?
they're in New Hampshire
Yeah,
too.
right. Mhm.
Not too far from me either.
Yeah. And some of
Yeah.
your late night, streams, you uh almost like an open panel, and I
Oh yeah.
see several folks up there with you, and that's it. Well, I'm just gonna let her talk and have fun.
Yeah. No, I like having everybody come up. You
Yeah.
know, I like it. I give away a lot of stuff too, usually late at night.
Mm-hmm.
But I like giving back. I don't
Oh
need
yeah.
all that I got. I like to share.
Mhm. I've got my distro's waiting on one piece to come in. It's supposed to be in this week, and he's throwing a couple of these bars I got. That I don't have capsules for. He's throwing a couple capsules in my package for me,
Nice.
and
Yeah, I bought a couple of things. I did a couple auctions I won.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got the new 2-ounce Germania bar that's got that one-handed god on there tire.
Yeah.
Uh,
He
the
lost his
gentleman.
hand to the dog, right?
Uh huh.
Yeah, you taught me
I've got
that.
yeah. I've got it coming, and then I've got another one. I think from Tuvalu, if I remember right. But it's a 2 ounce gilded and whatever Odin coming.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's the one we're waiting to come in. It's one of those new releases, and
Yeah, I
he
got
said
it.
he's supposed to get it this week, is what he told me, and so he's waiting to ship my package out till it comes in, so I get everything at one time.
Yeah. No, I want it on the auction. It's a Haley bug, and it's only 50 of them. And I got
Mm-hmm.
one. I got that. Then I got another one. I think, I don't know who it's from, but it's really nice. See, I like
Yeah,
all that stuff. I'm more into
yeah,
the,
yeah. That, and I got a couple Germania pieces coming in that pack, but I actually already got an example, so I have some extras to go up on the table. They what is it, the new Valkyrie Sevilla or whatever she's called. Got the bear on it.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Don't ask me about that stuff because I have no clue about it at all.
Uh, I've got a couple of those coming. I've got one on the table now, but I'll have a couple more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I got the new Pit Bullion series.
Mm-hmm.
I got
I
that.
haven't I hadn't been over and see. When I get over and see him, he's gonna have all kinds of stuff. It's been a little while since I've been over and seen him.
Yeah.
I've known Pitt for several years.
Yeah. I met him when I went out to the Vegas show.
Yeah,
Mm.
I've not met him in person. I've just talked to him online.
Yeah, there's a bunch of us, and we split up because some wanted like sushi, and then
Yeah,
him, and Sound Money went and got like burgers and stuff.
right.
It was it was nice, like actually, sitting and talking and getting. Yeah, it was nice. I'm glad I went to that Vegas show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that just wasn't. I had Tulsa all planned out, and I just didn't have enough to go both directions.
Right.
Kind
Yeah,
of wish I had.
I wasn't even there that long. I flew in on a Friday. I got there like Friday night, late. Got up Saturday, went to the show. I ended up going to bed at like 9 o'clock Saturday. Got up at like 1 Sunday with
Yeah.
Steve, like reckless, calling saying, "Where are you? Come on!" And we went out and went to some haunted house museum, and then to
Uh-huh.
a buffet at Caesar's Palace. And then
Right.
the next day, I got up, packed up, and went home. It
Mm.
was a very short trip, but
Okay.
it was a good trip.
Mm-hmm. Of course, if I went out there, I'd have had to stop in and see Bradley Height from BH Customs. He lives there in Vegas,
Yeah.
and me and him were part of that Reckless Metals group, uh, where made a lot of silver pieces and whatever. Talk
Yeah.
talk pouring metal. Mm. Uh,
Yeah.
and he wants me to meet up with him anyway and go. He's got a couple claims there in Nevada. We want He wants to go gold prospecting with me.
Gotta do it. You only live once. That's it.
Yeah.
Do
So
something every
when
day.
I make my West Coast trip, I'm gonna have got a lot of places to go to. It'll be a 2-week trip
Yep.
driving around Nevada and California. I've got some friends I gotta see out in California. Hadn't seen them in several years. It's been about 5 years since I've been out there.
Yep.
6 years. I grew up in Northern California. Well,
Yeah,
like I say, my dad being in the military and whatever.
My parents were separated, and my mother lived out there.
Yeah.
For a little bit, and I guess I lived with her when I was like 3 or 4, but not for very long. But we'd always go back and forth.
Yeah, I spent a lot of the 1970s in California. That's where I lived most of the time.
Yeah, that was me too. Because I was born in 73, and it was like when I was young.
Yeah. And I actually graduated high school out there. The high school I went to had almost as many people in that high school as, or did have many people that went to that high school as the town I live in now. I think
Really?
my graduating class was like 1,250.
What? Mine was 116.
And
that's crazy.
It was something else.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I lived in a small town.
Yeah. I do now, and that's where I spent most of my adult life, with small towns.
Yeah.
But grew up in a fairly big town out in the East Bay area.
I remember when I could first vote, and we voted to become a city.
Oh,
we had enough people to become a city or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. But just enough people to become a city.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we I remember one time my dad took, when mopeds became a thing.
Yep.
We had a little security company, and my dad he bought a moped just to cruise around town. And we decided to, a friend of his had a little RV shop, and decided to start handling mopeds and whatever. And my dad bought one, and we decided to torture test that thing. Of course, there was me, my 2 brothers, my dad, some friends, and whatever. We rode that moped for 28 hours straight. It only stopped to put more fuel in it or change riders.
You kept on going, huh?
Mm-hmm. We ran that thing for right at 28 hours straight.
Crazy.
If somebody got tired of riding, he'd ride it about 2-3 hours and come back and change riders, and fill it up, even had a a motorcycle cop take a turn on the riding test on it.
I only did a moped once, and it was in Cancun, and I did it for like a half hour and brought it back. I was so scared. They drive crazy there.
Oh yeah. Oh, this one was
Like,
we kind of modified it a little bit, and
like
wait,
all the
we
even the cops drive crazy there.
yeah, we gutted out the excuse me, gutted out the muffler on it, revamped the carburetor and whatever. This moped would actually run 50 miles an hour with a 200-pound person on it on straight ground. You could actually get 50 miles an hour on that moped with no problem. Like I say, we tortured that thing.
Was that it by the end of then, or did it still run afterwards?
Oh, it ran. We had it 4 years before we finally wore the thing out.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and it was fun. And like I say, we ran security patrols and everything else on that thing. Well, of course, like I say, I've grown up, and that would right around the end of my high school year. We had it probably got it when I was like 17, and had it till I was 21.
I was always afraid of that stuff. 4-wheelers, dirt bikes.
Yeah,
I didn't like going on them.
Oh yeah, I rode it the moped all over everywhere. I had that, and I had a 10-speed bicycle. Of course, that was crazy. That was back in time of CB radios and everything else. I put a little 12-volt jail cell on the 10-speed, and had a 40-channel CB radio with a 102-inch whip mounted on the rear axle.
What was your handle name?
Do
you remember?
Back then, I was 35 millimeter, because I was into photography and everything.
Yeah.
And even had my own little dark room set up.
That's what I did that. I was like in high school for the yearbook. I was the one who took all the pictures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, I was on the yearbook staff. My what was it? Sophomore, junior, and senior year. I was 3 years on the yearbook staff.
Yep.
And that was pretty good accomplishment, considering normally yearbook staff was basically a senior thing.
Yeah.
Junior or senior, but
I was on a junior and senior year.
Yeah.
Taking pictures and stuff.
Mm-hmm. But I actually joined it as a sophomore. I tried to get on the newspaper staff, but the staff was full at the time, and the same instructor also did the yearbook, and so I got put on the yearbook instead. And that was pretty good. I wrote one article for the newspaper the freshman year, and then after that I just concentrated on the yearbook.
Yeah. I don't remember
And
high school too much, but I wasn't there very much. I would show up and like do the test and
right,
then, get it, pass it, get 100, whatever. So my senior year, I had to go in between senior, whatever, I had to go to summer school. And it was only because to make up days,
oh,
which
yeah,
is stupid. Like,
oh, yeah. I
I
was
knew all the
going to,
content. I was like, yeah.
yeah, being on the yearbook staff, it kind of got me out of a few of the other classes and uh, did that. So I kind of cruised through high school. But at the same time, in the evening, so uh, junior and senior year, I was also going to the junior college.
Nice.
Mm.
Yeah, I got like work study and I'd get out early at like 11 and go
Right.
babysit. I was a babysitter. That was like, I started babysitting at like 11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then at 20, I had my first. At 24, I
Yeah.
had 3 kids, married for 4 years. So I've
Hmm.
always just been like mom.
Right.
Yeah.
But well, that's it. Can be an exciting job. It's definitely a full time job being a mom.
Oh, yeah.
But
Definitely.
that can, there's a lot of things to that some people don't understand, especially back then, that was definitely a full time job. And there's a lot to it,
Oh,
raising a
yeah.
kid.
Even now, they're older and they still, I still
I mean,
worry about them. Not
there still
worry,
is
but
today, but it's a whole lot different today than it
oh, yeah.
was back then. They don't
My
have
kids were
the
my kids were outside like all day.
right.
It was they were born 93, 95, and 98, so it was just whatever. They'd be outside all day.
Yeah.
All day. I wouldn't even know what sometimes I wouldn't even like I'd try and listen to where they were. They'd be like in the woods making a fort or something.
Mm-hmm.
And,
There's a whole. We grew up in a time when it was you got out there and did stuff, and you could do stuff. I mean, the dangers were still there, but it's
right.
not like today. There's definitely a difference between.
Well, most of the
And
dangers today is from being online.
yeah, and but back then it was like you went out and especially if you lived in a small town or whatever, you could get out and do stuff. And of course, like I say, we're back then the kid, you get on a bicycle and you could
Yeah.
go 20, 30 miles on a bicycle and have an enjoyable day.
Yep.
Um, Now you get a kid on a bicycle is, my opinion, is kind of rare.
Yep.
But I don't. I enjoyed growing up. Being able to, like you say, go out and make a fort or
Yeah.
just play. And
Yeah.
of
When
course,
I
I
grew up,
grew up. I grew up in big city, but I also grew up out in the country. Of course, back then, big city was if you had 5,000 people in the city, that was a big city back then.
yep.
That,
No, at my aunt's house, I'd go there. She lived dead end street. I mean, they didn't even have like cable. They didn't have like, I don't know. They didn't get stuff for a long time. It was very, very small. And we'd be out
oh,
in the woods. We'd be like, I was be like 5, 6 years old. And then we'd go and we'd pick strawberries at the strawberry thing and there's grapes growing, a pear tree. Like,
Right.
yeah, you could just eat all day just on fruit and
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And like I say, of course, the area I grew up in now, I go there and I don't even recognize that everything is all grown up and grown together. Like, uh, used to be the town I lived in. The next town over was like, 5, maybe 9 miles or whatever. And it wasn't nothing to go between those two towns, you know. And now it really is nothing. You cross the street and you're in the other town.
yeah.
They've kind of grown into one big area.
Yeah, when I go
Well,
back to where like I grew up and stuff, it's I don't even remember how to drive through there sometimes.
yeah,
And
it's uh, I say it's been about 5 years since I've been back there, but it was totally a different town. When I grew up, there was still drive-in theater and everything else, and that's all gone.
yeah. I'd love to drive in. We have one up about an hour away in like Laconia, Weirs Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Uh, yeah, Opus is from around. He's living around the area where I grew up. Uh, he's up in Napa now. That was one of the next towns over, about 20 miles. About an hour ride on a bicycle.
Yeah.
And of course, like I say, you know, uh, 15 years old or 14, 15. That that was a fun little trip. But like I say, my dad had in the 60s he had a vending machine business. Was his kind of like his second business he had going. And we used to go ride with him to do the vending routes through that area, through the Napa Valley area and whatever little towns. That was always a fun trip. I like to
Yeah.
go, go run the route with him.
I've never been
Yeah,
like that part.
yeah.
So,
Well, he was my dad. I can remember growing up. My dad ended up being a truck driver. Of course, he just ran the Northern California area, but shoot, I remember when you used to think, yeah, it's still a big state. They're a decent sized state, but just the northern part of it was where I spent a lot of my time. Uh, and I remember thinking how big that was. And now I live down here in Texas, and shoot, you put about 4 of those down here.
right?
Of course, you can do a lot of different things here in Texas. You've got everything from the desert to the woods to mountains, and even the ocean side. Just
Yeah.
about anything you want to do, but it takes you all day to get anywhere, and you're
Yeah.
still in Texas.
Yeah. See, I love New
That
England.
that that's what I hate about Texas. Heck, there are other parts of the country. If I had a whole day, I could go see 3-4 states.
Yeah, like I live in New Hampshire, but then boom, I could go. Maine is like where I live right now is like 5 miles down the road, and then to get to Mass is like probably takes about 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could go to Rhode Island, Connecticut, and it's not that long. maybe 4,
Right.
5, 6 hours. You know, I mean, to get to New York would probably take 7 hours.
Hmm.
You know, and I love it because we got the ocean, we got the mountains. You know,
Oh yeah, it's
I'm a New England girl. I'll never move out of New England.
yeah.
I love it here.
I'll eventually I'd like to move someplace other than. Don't get me wrong, I love Texas. Texas is good, but I maybe it's just because of growing up as military kid and moving around and whatever. And even after uh, even after my dad got out of the service, we still. I guess he was used to moving around probably about every 3 to 4 years we'd move to. It might not be just down the road, but it'd be be another little town, something new to learn. I always enjoyed that, and I've probably been here 25 years in Texas, and I'm starting to get the wanderlust. It's time to move around again.
Yeah,
Uh, I
that's
just
me with traveling. Like I want to go.
right.
You know.
I miss seeing new places, and the little
Yeah.
town I live in now. I've probably been here 15 years, and to go any place, like I say, even to go to LCS or something like that, uh, I've got anywhere from a hour and a half to 2 hour drive, and it seems like you go there to one place, you want to have 2 or 3 things to do around there because you go there and it's like all day is wasted. Just
Yeah.
and most of it is driving. Me, if I drive that much, I want to be able to do more than one thing.
Right. Right. Well, that's like when I went out driving from like you know Wichita to Tulsa. It's like nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's like it's so funny.
Uh,
Like I'll
it,
be like,
I'm just like I say, I've got the wanderlust. I'm tired of being stuck in one place. I want to go out and see something different.
yeah,
Uh, I'd love kind of getting that what do you call it, the Australian feeling. You want to go on walkabout.
yep, yep. That's me too.
Uh,
It's sort
oh
of like because
wow,
I can now. You know, my kids are
yeah,
good. Everybody like, yeah, my time
uh,
now.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Kids are good, and it's like, hey, I get, I'm one of those. I'm like, of course, I liked it when I was working for the prison, especially when I first worked at the prison. Uh, it's I'm kind of regressing back to like a war story type thing, but not really. You worked when I first worked there. You worked uh, seven on and 3 off. 7 day week
yep,
work week and 3 days off. Of course, it rotated your days off all the time, but and back then there wasn't what we called. You didn't get what you called overtime. You got comp time, and then you had holiday time, and it always built up fast. And my first year I worked there, I worked basically straight through, and of course, you got 2 weeks vacation a year, So, and then I forgot what it was, something like 20 holidays, and then your comp time. I was taking about every after that first year working, about every 3 months, I'd take 2 weeks off. So
Yeah.
you'd schedule your off time. You have your 3 days off. Then you take 7 days, either vacation or holiday, and then you have your other 3 days. So you had 10 days off every 2 months. You take 10 days off, and
Yeah.
I'd go it. Oh, I don't even remember. I'd either drive or fly, and I can't think of how many uh, miles I built up flying. And like I say, take a vacation every 2 months. That's probably the best thing I remember about working for the prison. Working on a schedule like that.
Yeah.
And then when I left there, I went to work for a government contractor, and that was almost as good. You worked 4 10-hour days, and you had 3 days a week off. I had every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, so that was like a mini vay every week. But now I'm retired. I got
Yeah.
too many days off.
Yeah.
Spend most of it. I've gotten into, I don't know, what do you call it, kid mode or whatever. But I spend most of the time either on YouTube and visiting different channels or watching different shows on YouTube or Netflix.
No, I
and
still
staying
work.
staying at the house. So that's probably why I got Wanderlust.
Yeah. And when I say I still work, I really don't. It's just working at home and taking care of the house. Dishes, laundry, vacuuming, animals. It's nonstop.
Oh yeah, that's kind of why I'd like to. In a way, I'd like to move to another state so that if I get the Wanderlust or whatever, I can drive, like you say,
Yeah.
3 4 hours and be in a different state and see something different every so often. I get to decide, hey, it's time to go. I can just go.
Yeah.
Here in 3 4 hours, I'm still in this part of Texas.
Right. I know Texas is
Because
big.
it's so big. I'm not not getting out. And of course, that makes you say, well, if you ain't going nowhere, you might as well just stay at home.
Right. Yeah.
But it's different. It's a different mindset.
It is.
If I lived up in your area, shoot, I don't know how often I'd be at home. I'd be out running around going somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because I could.
Exactly. Yes.
Uh,
This time of year,
would,
we do that a lot.
Wouldn't have a reason to be somewhere, just doing it just because you could.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll do that. Like, just get on the motorcycle and you just go for the day. You don't know where you're gonna end up.
Oh yeah, that's why I gotta get my bike back and get it out of the shop, because I used to enjoy it. I remember back in 1980 when I when I bought that uh, motorcycle, I took, like you get a brand new one. They got what 800 miles. You're supposed to take it back to the dealership to be
Yeah,
serviced, and then retighten everything on it, and
yeah. Joe's
all,
was
all
brand
that
new. So
all that stuff. I remember when I bought that first bike. In 5 days, I had it back in the shop for the 800-mile check, and I was 200 miles over. I was about 1,000 miles in 5 days.
yeah. So Joe bought a
And
brand new
they
bike,
go,
and
when did you stop this thing? I was just learning to ride it. I
yeah.
was enjoying.
So and he hadn't even ridden it yet. He picked it up from Harley, put it in a trailer, and we went to Bike Week in Florida,
Yeah.
in Daytona. So that was the first time he rode it. Was once we got to Daytona, and yeah, we over 1,000 miles.
Oh yeah.
And we went all the way up the coast. Like we just yeah, we did a lot. It was really nice.
Oh yeah. They, you got to be a little more careful and aware of your surroundings when you're on them, but they are a enjoyable piece of equipment to have.
I was afraid of it. I wouldn't get on a motorcycle till 2 years ago.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, it was
Mm.
my husband's the anniversary of his death. And he's like, you
Mm.
always sat, why don't you come on a motorcycle? And he had like the nice kind with like the nice back seat, for the, the sort
Right.
of armrest and stuff. And he said, I'll go slow. And we went all through like it's called like the Kangamangas Highway up here through here. And it's just beautiful. And I just like
Mm.
had my head back, and it, it was really nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I took it in one of the first places I went on it when I got it at there at a big state park, and you get like a day pass for $2 or whatever,
Yeah, that's what the Kangamangas
and,
is.
I spent probably 4 hours riding around the different trails and everything in the state park. Just you wasn't going what 20 miles an hour in the state park, 10 to 20, depending on the area you were at. But I spent you know 4 hours just riding around the park, and
Yeah.
that's how I got to learn to ride it, and just taking a nice little, I don't know what you really call it, a cruise, but a little put
Yeah.
around, learn your stops, and little hills, and how to accelerate off your hills and everything else. It was fun,
Yeah.
and I'm missing that, and it's time to get out and ride some more.
Mhm. It's funny because now I'm like, Joe's a really good rider. He's got a
Yeah.
really nice bike. His Harley's like, really nice. Like when I'm on the back of it, I it doesn't even I I don't know. It feels so good. And I don't
Oh
even
yeah.
know if he's going fast. Like one time he was doing like, I don't know, like 90, and it felt like we were doing like 30.
Right.
It just rides so nice and comfortable. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm not afraid anymore. Cause you know what I mean? It's like I'm used to the bike, and the
Yeah,
only
and
thing is, it wants to do. He'll go to take off, and it scared him
mm-hmm.
first few times when he first got the bike. It
Yeah.
wants to pop wheelies. As
Right.
a freaking Harley, like a big guy, and he's a big guy, and he's like, "Ooh." Funny.
Yeah. Well, I like the larger bikes. I mean, of course, you got the power and everything, but that's not I like them because they have a smoother ride.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong, the little 500s or whatever 550s, they're still good as far as minimal size to get out on the highway, but or what I think of anyway. I mean, I've rode 350s on the highway, but that's work. I mean, you get on a big bike and it's just a cruise.
Yeah.
They're nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Like I say, you just cruise along, and they're bigger. People can see you better.
Right.
Because, like I say, you ride a motorcycle, and you definitely got to be aware of your surroundings. Because, as I say, a lot of folks don't see a motorcycle. That, you know,
Yeah.
of course, it's like driving a little car like I have. A lot of people don't see that little car. And I go, how can you not see this thing? It's a bright silver car. But there, folks don't see it.
Yep.
So I guess that's why I'm comfortable on a bike, because I'm used to having to watch out.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing is you know you gotta be comfortable on it, but don't get yourself too comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah, watch your surroundings and just have fun. That's what they're made for.
I like just being the passenger.
Mhm.
Sitting back, relaxing, looking at the
Oh yeah,
view. Yeah.
that's also why I like you. You actually get to see more when you're on a bike, because, like I say, you're watching for your surroundings, so you take in more. You see more than you do when you're driving a car or a truck.
You do.
And that to me, that's the whole thing of getting out, is to see things.
Yeah.
Heck, I'm happy. You go to some of the older towns that've been there. Uh, Happy just to cruise around the old neighborhoods and see houses that have been there 100 years.
Yeah.
The different architecture.
Yeah, we got a lot like that. And I'm like see a lot of like farms and stuff, and the
Yeah.
animals and
Mm-hmm. To me, that's one of the most beautiful things. That's what I liked about when I was in the service over in Germany. Of course, like I say, I got a chance to see a lot more, because over there, when I first got over there and whatever, I was company commander's jeep driver, so got to drive all over the country.
right.
Of course, you had a lot of time, spare time. Yeah, you get a lot of spare time in the military, and you can go out and learn the history of an area, see museums, or at
Thanks,
least I did.
freaking awesome.
It was, to me, that was awesome. I got to go visit the Gutenberg Museum, see the first printing press. That was fun.
Yeah.
And well,
I've never been overseas.
yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
want to do.
yeah. I get a chance, I'd love to do that again. Trouble with getting all to do it as a civilian, you gotta get all the worry about getting the passports and
Yeah,
visas,
I know.
all that other good stuff.
Actually, I
But
want to go to like every state here, every state, and then I'll think about going overseas.
yeah, I'd like to. Actually, I'd like to get up and drive through Canada, see the different parts of Canada. Would even be
Yep.
fun for me.
I've been to Montreal,
Hmm.
so that.
Yeah, the closest I've been to Canada was Detroit, and that wasn't Canada. That was still, that was still Michigan. But
And I
I never
think when
did
I went,
cross
I think it
over
was like a
to Toronto.
6 hour drive. I think it's only like 6 hours or something like that to get to Montreal.
Yeah, yeah, I never crossed over to Toronto or any place, but kind of wishing I had. Now I lived in Detroit for about 6 months, uh, doing security work up there. That was a fun town for that.
Yeah.
Considering Detroit's big union area, and when I got up there to work that, the police had just been deunionized.
My father was big in union. He was a steward.
hmm My grandfather's brother was a big wig with the UAW, United Auto Workers,
Yeah.
and I had when I was up there, uh, grandfather told me, when you get over there to see my brother, don't mention that you're in security. Because union and security didn't get along.
Right. Well, I think I gotta get going.
All
Like,
right.
yeah, I gotta
It's,
go get blood work today. I hate
oh boy.
needles. I really
Yeah.
do.
Oh,
You think
well,
I
hey,
could give
freaking
birth to
off.
kids and needles like I can't.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah,
She freaking awesome made it in. Good
I
morning.
know.
Uh,
We've been on for almost an hour and a half,
oh wow.
right?
Like I say, I really enjoy our Monday morning talks. I mean, it's just
Me
talking
too.
and whatever, but I kind of like it. It helps start the week off the right way.
It does. It really does. I like it.
Uh,
I'm so glad we do it.
all right. Well, I'm gonna let you get out of here and make your
Yeah, go.
morning rounds.
Yep. Well, thanks
I'll
everyone for coming in.
thank everybody for coming in, and I'll see you. I'll see you this evening in the streams for sure.
Yeah, I'm doing open panel. We're starting early tonight around
All right.
5ish, and then John's
I'll,
gonna be on with Cash Money
mm-hmm.
for
But
the All
I'll be
Star
there for you.
panel.
Yeah, I'll be there for your open panel.
Yeah, and
I
then
won't.
he'll switch over.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of stream hop a little bit, but I'll definitely be around for everything.
Yeah.
And
So,
that open panel is kind of like my Monday thing. I like it.
yeah, I like open panel. I
Mm.
like that. It gives everybody a chance. So if anybody ever
Everybody.
wants to come up, come on up. That's
Oh
what it's
yeah,
all about.
definitely come up. We enjoy having folks on that open panel to see
Yeah,
different things and also talk like we do here.
yeah.
I don't talk as much on open panel because I
No,
like people to be able to show and get their good 15 or 10 minutes of
yeah,
fame at a time.
yeah. No, I like it.
Oh,
That's
oh
what
yeah.
made it so everybody knows me a little bit. Not with open panel.
hmm Oh, definitely. And I tell you what, if you get around and get a chance to meet this young lady, ooh, you gonna have a blast.
Yes, I'm gonna be on Wednesday with Shift Kicker on
All
her.
right.
Yeah, her show. I think it's like 11 o'clock or something Wednesday morning. Wednesday.
All
So
right. I'll
yeah,
try to make that one,
yeah, you
or
have to come,
at least be in the audience busy.
right? Yeah, yeah.
All right.
All right, you sign us off, John. You're good at it.
All right. Well, everybody, y'all have yourself a great Monday morning. Have yourself a great Monday. And we'll definitely see y'all around the streams. But as I always say, be nice to one another. And hey, if you meet a stranger, tell them hello. You know,
Hi, Ernest.
and it's an old saying, but you know, actually tell them have a good day and mean it, because that might be what they need to hear.
That's what I
Everybody
do
needs a
every
friendly
day.
voice.
Yep, I agree
So,
totally.
hey, Ernest, the Salmon King, Mr. Big Things Only. Y'all have yourself a great day, and we'll see you around the streams.
Have a great day, everyone.